Hello, my name is Jake, and today I have a invasion concept video here for you. So today, right now, I'm on the defensive team, but I can do the offense, so forth. But this is just so let's just start with your team will have spawn boxes, and your first phase will always be the left. So boom. And how this works is these boxes will symbolize our zones for like capturing the zones. So say I captured this zone, this gate starts going down, but it only goes for a certain amount of time, so another player could run in there. How you would set it up in Invasion is you would have it so these are too far away for your people capturing the zone to get there, which would allow for teamwork for another person to get into. It's not exactly the same due to the fact that you can't set a time for how long you want to be in a zone for it to work. It would kind of be helpful, but yeah, so it's an on-enter on zone and so forth. But once you get through the zone here, there's another zone right here, which will spawn your spawns for the next phase, and in this case, also the defensive spawns. But not only that, it opens up the area to the other gates. It does that thing to make sure everyone in the match knows that the first phase was activated. You can do this through explosive zones. I just use these for an example. And the as it opens, it spawns and activates these so people can get through. It also blocks off the first teleporters, so you go to your next teleporters, which would be second phase. So second phase is the same thing, repeated. So we go through here. See, boom. As soon as you get through, works. So forth. Your spawns are spawned. Your thing is activated. And for our core, it's just a flag. Sadly, since I'm on this alone, the offense's thing won't spawn, so I can and I'm defense can't pick up the flag, but so forth. Also, those zones I was standing in, I put them so I could use them on defense. You can obviously use the change the team so only the offense can capture the zones, which would be very helpful for game mode. So yeah, so let's anything else I'm missing? Blocks off your teleporters, so forth. Also, using those zones, capturing your gate or whatever to your tier 2. In that process of spawning in your teleporters for your next team spawns, you can also spawn in vehicles and all that. This is just a concept video. Alright, let's take you into Forge and show you how this works. Alright, so here we are in Forge and let's begin. I guess we'll start with the spawning. Like whatever blocks you're going to use from up there. So to start with your defense, you want your 3 tiers of teleporters. So you want Delta, Echo, and then Foxtrot. So then for your first spawns, oh yeah, these have nothing to do with scripting, right? And then, okay, we'll just put, and then once you have your teleporters, put blocks like these over the, like this. So this is your defensive spawns. It actually works the exact same way on the other side, just with your different channels for each set. Then for here, your first zone, your first teleporter does not have anything to do with scripting. So wherever you want this, you put your spawn box, and also know you can set it up for multiple receiver nodes for multiple spawn rooms. Alright, so now for phase 1 here, I think you want to, alright, so for your zones, you want a trigger on, enter on. And in scripting, you just want to set the broadcast channel to 1 on both of, and make these the same. You just copy it over, and they're the same type of zone. Then you want to put your timer off here, and you want to set it to the same power channel as your starting zone, which in this case is 1, and then also have it broadcast to the same channel as this one does. So what it does is this turns on the timer, which makes this shut back down. So you can set that for however long you want. Maybe make it faster. I'd probably make it longer time, and you'd have your zones farther apart and so forth. and then have people stand in the zones on your map, so long enough for your friends to get through, so forth. So once you get, so after you have this phase open, and your person gets across the zone here, which could obviously be closer, so forth. As soon as they get through the gate, they activate phase two. Phase two in that process will block off your first spawn, in this case, right here, this one right here. So what you have to do is put your phase three zone here, phase two zone, and put it for a broadcast channel. I'm using 3. So on that broadcast channel, you need to put your object you want to spawn in on a spawn channel that is equivalent to that for your blocking off your first zone spawns, your tier 1 spawns. So for that, you go into scripting, it's spawn channel 3 in this case, which is equivalent to the tier over there. Now candy spawn is true, and in advance you want to make sure it's place at start false. And then, so once you stand in this zone here, let's just go in here. Oh, doesn't work for it. Thought it would. Boom. You have these are optional. I would use these so when people are fighting and stuff, they know that the next tier is open by obviously the loud ass laser EMP devices. So to activate your other gates so people can still get through, you have you make the broadcast channel the same as your trigger. So in this case, these 2 garage doors are on 3. And also, the same thing to mention back at tier 1, if you want to, you could make more than 1 garage door for your entries and so forth, if you want, or even put these on separate tiers, on separate scripting things to have separate gates for each of them, so forth, whatever you want. Just mentioning that. So now, also for this zone here, to activate your tier 2 spawns, you want to put these on spawn channel 3 and do the same thing you did with the blocks and put them place at start false and scripting candy spawn true. And then the next zone is just a rinse and repeat with different numbers. These would the triggers, and that would be number 2, broadcast channel 2. Same thing, the timer, whatever you want it to be. On this, I have 5 seconds. You probably want more for yours, more or less. You make it pretty much the same. Then your thing here would be, I have 4. Here. So this is my invasion scripting concept. Please leave feedback. I'd love to know what you guys think. Any suggestions, anything. I'm probably gonna make a map for this eventually. Just hope you guys learn how to do this, so forth. It's not too budget intensive. Yeah. Please like and subscribe. This has been Jake, and I'll see you later.